I'm State Representative Michelle Cook from Torrington, and I've been chairing the Early Childhood Caucus for quite some time now. And the one thing that has been a mission of the group of dedicated servants to our early childhood residents in the state of Connecticut is we are underfunded, we are understaffed, and we are under-respected. We talk about education, and we talk about making sure that the kindergarten through 12th system is fully funded. That starts at birth, folks. And if we want to talk about eliminating an achievement gap, that start is giving children equal opportunity for childcare starting at birth. And we look at what happens now in our society where we don't have enough people to go to work. We don't have enough positions to be filled. Understaffed everywhere. Why is that? Because we don't have enough childcare. We don't have enough childcare because folks are working for pennies on the dollar, crafting and creating the minds of our youngest residents in the state of Connecticut. And the one thing that the group that has said, that has sat around this table for as long as I've been in this building, is we need more money. And we are, to what Representative Curry said, pitted against each other. But education should not be that way. We should not say kindergarten through 12th grade is more important. And we're not saying that birth to 5 years old is more important. We're saying that every child is most important. And by our Constitution, every child deserves a free and public education. It doesn't say what age, and that starts with our children at birth. And so as we sit here and we try to figure out a way to make this work and make child's lives better in the state of Connecticut, this year, amongst every year, we see every population, every group working together on early childhood education. That's from our CCM partners, our cause partners, private, public industry, across the board. And if we want to solve our educational crisis and we want to solve our crisis in the workforce, we have got to invest in early childhood education. And we have to let our families know that we are behind them, because a family of 4 who is making $100,000 maybe, cannot afford preschool at $30,000 a year. We also need to ensure that we let them know that those educators that are working, again, for pennies on the dollar, we recognize that they are underfunded and we must do better. And so our word definitely needs to be our bond, and we must put the money behind them. Thank you, Representative. So to the one that asked about how we invest and how we make this all work, I think the one thing that we forget is we don't do an early investment. So then the investment that we don't make at the beginning costs us 2 or 3 times at the end. And so when you talk about preschool teachers that have been working in the industry for 30 or 40 years and they're working in poverty, they're on our state services. They're relying on our state health care programs. They're relying on all of our state services. So then if we don't have families that can afford to go back to work, they too are relying on our state services, because they have to make a decision on, do you put meals on the table? Do you go to work? Do you miss time out with your children? If we do that early investment and really look at how we project those dollars, this goes all the way from birth, again, to grade 12, but then beyond. Because we also look at 80 to 85% of our prison population that have educational needs that have gone unaddressed in their early years or in their educational years. That too is money that we could invest early on and save at the end. So the way that we budget might be a little bit backwards for the sake of this conversation, but if we really talk about investing the dollars early, getting people off of social services, putting people back to work, reinvesting the workforce, that frees up a whole lot of money to invest on the things that we really need to pay for.